Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome. It's time for Cons of the Steppe. I'm your lovely host, Gilvin, and today we will be playing as the Magyars. At least I hope we will be. Unfortunately, this starts a little bit RNG because we do start with some rather nasty neighbors. You know, the Khazars to pretty much all of our east. They are big, they are strong, and they are powerful. And even Dyer the Stranger and his army of 1,000 special soldiers makes him stronger than us. Honestly, his levies alone make him stronger than us. We have Bulgaria to ourselves. And just overall, we are surrounded by people who are stronger than us. It's a tough life. That said, we will try and survive. For now, Steppe Lords. We'll take this new nomadic tree. It opens up with Steppe Lords, increasing our county fertility growth, our herd gain, and that's important, because those are honestly basically the same thing. County fertility? Why, that's just herd gain. That's actually kind of really what it is. My herd grows as a function of how many counties I have and how fertile they are. Simple as that. And, yeah. It actually is basically really that simple. We have we have 2 grandsons. Can I grant you titles? Good to know. Okay. Alright, I'm just thinking. Because I'm going to want to grant land. So let's get some concubines. Let's fill our court positions, because we have a lot, and some of them are actually very good. General is very good. Yep. Herd conversion rate into horse riders. So herd here is our primary resource. From it, we literally get taxes, and we literally get levies. You know, our levies, 22% of our herd. The amount of herd we have is literally our tax rate. So, we'll do that. That'll get us at least a little more troops. It's not great, but not terrible either. Right, gain there. We'll get a smart cavalry toughness. Quartermaster we definitely want. I think that's everything for now. Yeah, that'll be alright. Cool. Nice. So yeah, we'll fill out those. We'll need to fill out the last Curdle Time member, which I can assign to you, yeah. You've got 12 there. So you'll be good with support herders, which will give us more herd gain capacity. Alright. Oh. And for Marshal, we'll select a strategy focus. Sorry, we lead good. Alright. And we're going to have to work hard. At building, I don't know. Do I want to go for the raiding? I think I do. Raiding early for money to get things started makes the most sense. So we'll construct a square of the 2 men right away. Con champion here. Let's see. Oh yeah, this one just gonna be +1 martial. And always nice to have that. There are a lot of buildings here. I've gone through them all like off camera and looked at them, and there are some pretty insane ones, and we'll highlight them as we go, but I'm not going to sit here and highlight them all, like the good ones now. That would take too long. But yeah, that'll be good enough to get us started. And yes, the problem of course needing actual horse archers. That's fine. We'll do a bit of opportunistic raiding for the early part, which is good enough, really. I'm actually going to demand pasture land from you. Perfect. Which will put us slightly over the domain limit here, and I'll definitely get back to our domain limit of 4, because, Jesus Christ, it's really bad to be over your domain limit as a friggin', wow, you're just at 14 there. Can, manage domain? Oh, perfect. You can just give me 5 out of 5. Delightful. Alright, that helps my herd growth a lot. 150 a month is huge. So that's great, honestly. Alright, square of the 2 men. Con champion yurt. Let's get a tactician's yurt. I'm just going to be spending most of my herd, honestly, on buildings. So, any permanent barracks? Upgrade level 2. Yeah. Okay, good. Anyone who is otherwise like embroiled in civil war makes a pretty compelling raid target, you know? We have to be careful. Let's go with plunder. Okay. Anyone who's otherwise distracted. Alright. 400 degrees. Ah, good. We have sun. And we'll retreat. Good. So, getting away with like 18 loot, we gained 18 gold and 100 herd. You know? Not great, not terrible. It's important to just not really fight. You know? Like, fighting is not profitable. So, we gotta try and avoid that. Send for position now. We're already ill. I'm not spending 50 gold. They'll fail to impress me. If I die, I die. That said, I should probably get my Curdle tie in order. If I have to risk succession. Succession is the main way by which I can lose herd and everything else. Although, honestly, with how little I have right now, I'm not sure it would matter too much. Is there anyone who will just become obedient? Well, that would be, bribe you with 50 bucks. 500 herd. Well, you know what? I trust. We'll be fine. See, we pulled through. That totally wasn't dangerous at all. Alright. So, let's upgrade this to level 3. Because I actually would like to get some horde regiments here. Chivalric dominance for knight effectiveness, so that way our army doesn't. Yeah. Can theoretically make these accolades. Yeah, it's 150 for it. Marauder, uncontrolled territory attacker advantage. Nice. What does contender do? Belligerent vassal. Hestelinda. Cool. Scoundrel. Eh. Okay, that's fine. We'll create this accolade. It's the only one I think that we can really create, and it's fine. Alright. We'll get cavalry training. It's only $9. But yeah, we want to upgrade these as much as we can, really. Because even then I can get just 100 to 200 troops that are pretty strong. Yeah, Eudamanus is a tributary. That's not too shocking. I'm going to say no and just hope you don't come murder me. You know? Which I hate to do. Maybe. I think I have... Do you have any family? You have a son who's 2. Do I have a granddaughter? Like theoretically. So I apparently just can't. I don't know why you're not valid to arrange marriage with. He's traveling to become a hostage. Okay, there we are. -90. Relative close family tiers. Is unimpressed by my royal court. Nomadic government and my low legitimacy. I see. It's not great. Fair enough. Well, in that case, maybe I should work on some of that. The chief law overseer, for example, will get me some legitimacy per month. Alright, improve the aptitude of our core positions in general. There. Yeah, we've got the Square of the Tumen going pretty well here. That actually doesn't help until later, I guess. Yeah, there's the... We need level 3 first. Whereas this just keeps making these so much stronger. Now, let's get our first horde regiment of horse archers. I'll immediately station them in the capital, where they get, you know, pretty decent stats. They are going to be our pride and joy. Bulgaria still seems like the best place to be raiding right now, which isn't a huge shock. Let's go. We'll be quick. At least I hope we will. Ooh, let's hopefully get an eagle. Eagles are too rare for our attempt. Fair enough. This is pretty deep and dangerous. I'm gonna be real here. Because I think Bulgaria can definitely... Well, actually, Bulgaria is pretty weak. If in the open air zones, they may not be able to kick my ass. Because my levies are not levies. They are horse riders, which are stronger. 60% stronger than levies, actually. Currently. Let's avoid the plague lands on our return. But it looks like you guys are faring very poorly. Yeah. I actually don't want to fight anyway, even if we do win. As I talked about before, fighting just is not profitable. You know? I'm just gonna hop over here. Fighting is not profitable. Delivered a bunch of money and some herd. The money is mostly what we need, of course, to up this. Herd isn't really a problem. Alright, and suddenly I've got 500 horse archers. Ooh. And you're currently in an attack on Chernigov. Well, isn't that just funny? I mean, with 500 horse archers that I've kind of got decently buffed here, we're pretty much invincible. Although I shouldn't say that. You know? Oh shit. Actually captured the High Chief. Yeah, I should probably double check any other prisoners I've got are worth anything. No. But that's pretty good. $100 to upgrade that, not quite worth it. Upgrading the semi-permanent barracks, though. Words of jealous rival. I'll lose 50 legitimacy, I guess. Whatever. Gain $20, nice. Vultures will come and strip you naked. Okay. I'm trying to get this up to like level 6 as quick as I can, because one single station men-at-arms will just be so powerful from just getting this up. Yeah, and like you can see, it goes friggin' 80, 120. These last two levels are actually ginormous. And we have almost enough money for it. In fact, we will have enough money by the looks of it. And then they also have siege to them. So. Never back down. Gain 5 advantage. Don't mind if I do. Feathered trails. Yeah, sure. I'm probably not going to hunt, but that's fine. Alright. And we get another martial perk. Nice. Household guard, sure. I don't think I've got my knights filled out, but yeah, it's fine. Alright, so these guys are 75 over 40. 90 over 44. Alright. So first order of business. Now I'm a lot stronger in terms of being able to just raid people. And so I will. A lonely doll. By all means. 3. Ooh, there's a 15 up there. Nice. Yeah, they're going to fight us here, that's fine. Very aggressive and pretty instantaneous wipe. We took a mere 43 losses. Fire and blood. That's 120. Unless I'm full, I'm not. Perfect. I don't know. Should I raid the Khazar lands? Ah, yes, they're attacking for the Duchy of Crimea. Fair enough. Does make me wonder if I can strike perhaps a little deeper. Let's bring our troops home for a moment while I consider. That get us 10 more toughness. Fair enough. Gives me $100. Honestly, it doesn't take long to do cavalry training to like 3, so it barely cost us anything. Now, golden child, thank you. So that's 8. Good. Yeah, we have a lot more troops. And we're starting to look like we're a contender to fight the Khazars. Oh shit. Jarl Halfdan's our prisoner. Well, that is most unfortunate for him. For 100 gold. Yes. Perfect. Alright, he's up to size 9. 5 movement speed. Is that actually like a size increase every time, right? Yeah, those last couple are pretty good. Upgrade the cavalry training. A magical tree. It's fairy tale. Alright. I could launch an invasion and take some territory here for sure. Unfortunately, I've only had a couple more daughters. Oh shit, you're just a miracle worker. might have to see about colonel class succession. Costs us 1,000 prestige to designate a successor. On that note, dominance or legitimacy, bold. We're still okay for now. We're feeling fine. I may have to, you know, pay the piper soon and start bribing them. Which I have no qualm about doing. The affable. Nice. So, we're going to make a bold move. At least I thought we were. Oh wow, the garrison's 3,800 men. Jesus. Right. Looks like the Byzantine army is coming through, but I don't have to be too worried. They aren't stopping us. So we'll just loot the countryside while they're busy fighting the Khazars off. And they should consider themselves lucky I don't have quite enough troops for Constantinople. Ah, the everlasting summer. Nice. So the season has changed. And let's... next up is potentially a cold Zud. Not great. The central steppes and the eastern steppe have entered into a drought. Everlasting summer ain't too bad. In fact, it's I think like the second best season. It will mean that we get like extra fertility in our counties and growth and all that, so pretty happy with it. And just grab a little bit more on our way through. Perfect. Deliver 213 gold. Let's keep upgrading. Now, I think as long as I increase the size, yeah, it refills for free. Otherwise, I have to actually pay to refill them. Like, casualties are, as I say, just unprofitable in general. And we want to try and avoid them. Damn, that guy actually escaped. Should probably look into ransoming anyone of value. Level 6 cavalry training incoming. Great level 4. Ooh, and I have 2 more perks here. Honestly, serve the crown. And a man's helm. That'll help in the event the Khazars invade me. White peace, wow. Yeah, it looks like this region's just after my raid collapsing, which is fine. Alright. Gained a level of devotion to our faith. Alright. So, ultimately our goal is to increase our dominance. And we increase our dominance by having enough herd. So, we're going to try and do that. Story Main here also has... little buildings in here we can construct, which I should do. A lot that I can't actually build because we need certain things like culture. I know the Oghuz have, for example, our cavalry that gives them the portable forges. We're going to need to maybe try and steer our culture a little bit to get some buildings. But like I said, for now, the goal is Square of the Two Men. Tell me we're Rabbinism. My camp welcomes you. You are a doctor? And arguably somebody I'd really want on my Kurtultai, so... What are you even doing? Aid the Stargazer. Oh, yeah, you definitely shouldn't be doing that. Cherkasy. Try and get a little more out of it. We can further up our sturdy main yard as well, if need be. Alright, so cavalry training's now maxed. Getting me up to 12 in a single horse archer retinue. Although I think we're just going to bump up our sturdy main yurt. It'll take like 14 months. That's fine. And now I'm looking at having 4,500 men. AKA, I think, enough to take Constantinople. We ride. We literally can't. The enemy has an army here already. Which is deeply unfortunate. So in the meantime, I'm just going to raid, loot, pillage, and burn the Bulgarian region. Alright. Yeah, because Constantinople in that fucking 225 or whatever is great. I'm waiting for Konungador to just kind of collapse, because I assume it will. Looks like it may not. I don't know. Yeah, I've already lost over 1,000 dudes beating out here. Right. Like, the attrition of doing this is absolutely terrible. Alright. So it's unfortunate that we just kind of blindly went for Constantinople and didn't get anything. Oh shit, we're actually full now. Alright. We gained 1,400 herd. That ended up being like a pretty neutral raid. Improves a little bit when I do that. The free, what do you call it? The free refill is kind of important. Try and use where possible. I think, yeah, I need to go for prepared conscription. Okay, good. We got great main yurt. Keep graying the square of the Tumen. Can I get anything else here that would be good? I don't think so. Like footman armament. Yeah. We got what we needed here. The semi-permanent barracks and the cavalry training. These potentially 1,200 troops are pretty destructive on their own right, so. But yeah, Constantinople fell, unfortunately, which means it no longer has loot. Nice. Bulgaria is kind of collapsed in on itself, as expected. Alright. So I'm going to conquer the Duchy of Konungador. Let's raise all here. Alright, they apparently decided to take to the river. So we're just literally walking through real quick. Revoke your title. It's an act of tyranny, don't care. Sure. Like, this is... Are we not leading? We should be leading, of course. Since we have strategists and all that, this is basically nothing. Alright. Revoke title. Negotiate release. Yeah, we'll see. Alright. So Kiev, for example, though, is a great location. I mentioned before how it will have very high fertility equilibrium due to the individual counties here. Although not quite as good as steppe. Farmland is, and plains are almost as good. Recently looted, county capital. Okay, yeah. I don't know. I do want to raise Kiev. There. Raise all these zones. It provides a fair bit of money, but importantly it kind of lays the groundwork for eventually destroying them, which I want to do. Now, I do need to hand out some of this territory. God, I've really came down with the case of King Henry VIII, didn't I? Not the end of the world, but still. So I just want to save the 1,000 prestige. Because it would be nice. I could give my children multiple titles. That would probably be the most logical thing to do, but I kind of want them to be as weak as possible functionally. You know? Oh yes, right, county control, of course. That one is a bit of a problem. We have absolutely no county control out here. Oops. In any of these regions. And I'm going to be moving my capital into the controlled region out here as much as possible. So. We will. Nope. Now that said, do we up the chief law officer? Manage domain. Control growth. Good. And luckily, I've taken Serve the Crown. And I'll take Strict Organization now. I do not believe the accusations. Alright. Yeah, hopefully that should help a little. Oh, hold on, actually. There's a +2 here. Good lord, just another 2 daughters. 6. Jeez. Alright. I'll grant you that. Unfortunately, it still puts us at 8 out of 5. Which I'm not happy with. Unfortunately, Kara Bolam. Yeah, Tengri Bulgar. Yeah. Anyway, because I do want to try and have a bunch of family members be in the realm. Like, it would actually be kind of helpful. Wait, can I just grant you titles? Oh, okay. This show's gonna be like, what? That seems strange. Oh. And the corruption's hit, hasn't it? Oh no, apparently not. That's just the lack of control. Which we are indeed trying to remedy. As best we can. But it's no easy task. I'm also debating, because there's several like zones out here that suck, but I think I may just have to hold on to them for 4 years anyway. Okay, we're a lot older this time. Yeah. I need to make sure my succession's in order. I also have 800 gold, so like, let's make sure everything is in order, please. Really? Alright, I'm just going to require a larger bribe. Your legitimacy. Right. For whatever reason, opinion doesn't actually affect that, does it? For some goddamn reason. That I will never understand. Okay. I do no more than is necessary. There. We only have one opposing now, which is pretty okay. Like, the succession's in chaotic, but, you know, so we'll lose a couple of courtiers, a level fame, tributaries, or herd losses. We'll be alright. Like, this guy's almost. Yeah. Alright. Murder masterpiece, by all means. He's very competent in this craft. No, thank you. I should put down our dynasty banners and this captured war banner. And actually maybe get us some... Okay, yeah. We now have a large enough herd and make enough money that I can just set this up. It's only 3.2 gold a month, so there we are. That will help. Alright. Good. Negotiate obedience. We are dying still. It makes sense for me to probably just do the bribe that gives herd as well. Like in the Curdle Tide thing. It makes the most sense, I think. Yeah, I guess. It's only 500, which, yeah. Stable succession. There. So it's basically about 40 gold. Same as reduced stress level. Yeah, I also support events. Hey, there we are. All right. So, not too shocking that happened. Let's make sure our government is functional. Okay, enough of the pop-ups. What do I got? They're kind of dying already. You could be assigned to the Curdle Tie. Technically, I do want the people with the -3 is not great, but it's mostly just short rain, so we'll take care of that. Alright, grandson. Like, the problem is there are several more lands out here that I want to give him first, you know? Like, realistically, all I actually wanted from here was Kiev itself. So, the lion, damn. It's right out the gate. We're 39, which isn't too bad either. Marshall? Yeah, strategy focus. Good news is we're about to get strategist. Good God. A lot of illness. Anyway, upgrade the year to level 5. Just right at the bat. Good. So yeah, we have 4 approval and 2 disapproval. Okay. Okay, find character inside diplomatic range. Not a ruler. Female. Sort by age. Adult. She's a countess. Is her liege's child. Make concubine. Just gonna try and get some concubines. Which is always a bit difficult. Although, some of these I think actually I can do, because it's only like -5 or whatever, right? I was gonna say. Only -20, I can just, no. Yeah, it has to be less than -20, but still. Because I would like to have more children. Anyway, I do need to try and finish raising these. It's kind of a weird issue with... Maybe this is a daughter. Yeah, unfortunately we have King Henry VIII syndrome around here in this family. Getting actual sons is apparently difficult. There's a reason I'm specifically trying to get sons and landing them. Damn. She's quick. And that's because there are some eventual benefits, such as one of the buildings in the family yurt. I think it is. I forget exactly where it is. Curdle tie by blood. That will... It might also be in the court yurt. Yeah, okay, here it is. That literally give 1% chance for every dynasty member in your curdle tie to gain 10% of your herd limit. This allows me to basically, like, get a ginormous horde amongst my family, which is always delightful. Alright. That said, we've kind of been going for 45 minutes. I think it's probably a good place to call it. You know, we had our first succession. And survived. You know? More than what a lot of the AIs will say. In the meantime, thank you everyone for watching. I've been your lovely host, Calvin, and I will see you guys next time. Take care, folks. There we go. Have a good night.